Howdy there, folks, and happy Thanksgiving! I'm Gene the Pink Panther, and today we're playing Kirby's Dreamland for a Kirby Thanksgiving. It's gonna be freaking awesome, I love this game. And listen to the startup theme. Yeah, wasn't that awesome? It's hard to believe that this game is one of the original Game Boy games, because the music in it is amazing. So this is Kirby. He can suck up enemies, spit them at other enemies. He can turn into a giant flying puffball and blow. And he can do a lot of swallowing. Yes, Kirby likes to suck, blow, and swallow. He also likes whatever's in these bottles. I'm not sure if it's water. I'm gonna assume it's water. Water's good for you. I love water. Anyway, this is Kirby's Dreamland. This game is freaking awesome. What's more, I wanted to do it in black and white goodness, because that's how I played it when I first got it. So, we jump into this pop star, and we fly off to the first mini-boss. Which, you just want to stand here and suck up bombs. Like, I failed to do. Yeah, I must have looked away or something. Seriously though, you just want to stand here and suck up the bombs when he throws them, and he'll never be able to hit you. Anyway, I may not be talking a whole lot about gameplay features, because honestly, Kirby is really broken in this game, because he can fly infinitely. This makes platforming pretty much non-existent, and what's more, there is only a small handful of things he can't kill. So yeah, this game has so much personality though, and such fantastic music, and it's so much fun to play. And yeah, it's amazing at how good this game is, considering it was an original Game Boy game. I don't have a whole lot of really good memories of the original Game Boy, because I didn't get a Game Boy till Pokemon came out. So I don't remember a whole lot of the games for it. This is one I am never going to forget. Anywho though, the pigs actually give you more points. Certain enemies give more points than others, and you get more points when you blow air and hit enemies, rather than suck up an enemy and then spit it at another one. Because the one you suck up, you'll only get half of the points that you get for when you blow. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that right now because we're at the first boss of the game. This is Wispy Woods. He is in like every single Kirby game. Seriously. He's even in the Super Smash Bros. Games and in the Kirby levels, and I love it. The whole deal with him is he blows air at you and drops apples, which you want to suck up and blow right back at him. Again, Kirby games are all about sucking and blowing. Anyway, you beat him, he has a tear, and we get to do the Kirby dance. I love that dance. We're moving on to stage 2 though, Castle Lola, which, when doing research for this game, because I actually felt that I needed to look up some stuff, because when I was a kid, I never bothered to check what kind of story, if there is one, and there is, or anything. And I discovered that this, I don't know if the stage is, but the boss of this level is actually a cameo appearance of a different game made by HAL Laboratory, and that game is The Adventures of Lola. I've never played The Adventures of Lola, but I found out about it a few years ago. I'm actually probably going to try it, just to see what it's like. I hear it's a puzzle game though, so I don't know, I'm a little iffy. Not that I dislike puzzle games, because I actually love puzzle games, but anyway, yeah. In fact, I actually think we're going to get to see the main character of The Adventures of Lola here in about 2 seconds. I actually think that's him. I don't know his name, I know nothing about him, but I'm pretty sure that's the main character. I don't know how I didn't get hit there. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory what you gotta do to beat him. It's not very hard. Not very hard at all. We get to see my second favorite item in this game though, right here in a couple of seconds. That item on the top left is spicy curry, I believe. At least that's my guess. It looks like curry. And when Kirby eats it, he starts flashing, and he can constantly spam fireballs for a little while. It's like the soup. It's like a souped-up version of the fire flower in Mario. I love it. It's my second favorite item in the game. It does not last forever, though, so make sure you're getting your money's worth. See? It's gone. You want to watch out for the spiky ball guys with the eyeballs, just because they take off 3 units of health. That's another reason Kirby games are really easy, is you have a health bar. You can take 6 hits. You have 6 units of health, so if an enemy does 1, then you can take 6 hits, and that makes this game really easy. That, combined with the fact that Kirby's broken as hell. Good lord. In fact, the Kirby games altogether, a lot of people don't care for them because they're so easy, which I'm going to actually talk about in the My Thoughts video, because I actually have, I don't know if it's a unique opinion, but I have a different opinion from a lot of people about this. I love Kirby, though. And I believe those were both the main characters of the Adventures of Lola, so I love little cameos like that. That was fun to see. And that was level number 2. The first 2 levels go by really, really fast. We're coming up to my favorite level, though. Float Islands. Oh, Kirby. I love those little, video intermission things, I guess you could say. That's one of the reasons why I love this game. It has so much more personality than a lot of games. Like, I love Mario, but Kirby games have so much more personality, in my opinion. They're so colorful and... Okay, well, maybe not colorful, because it is in black and white. But still, it's colorful personality. It's cute, it's fun, it's always got great music. And yeah, it's fun. It's not hard, it's just fun. And that's what's most important, is that the games are fun. Even though I can rip through this game so fast, I still have a blast playing it. And anyway, so I decided to do this game for Thanksgiving because of the story. And the story goes, the big boss of this game, King Dedede, who I love, by the way. King Dedede was craving a midnight meal. Like, he was hungry in the middle of the night, I guess, and he was wanting a midnight meal. Not a snack, but a meal. So, he stole all the food in Dreamland. All the food. And so Kirby, because that's no friggin' good, Kirby needs to eat too. He decides to go and destroy all the other inhabitants of Dreamland that get in his way so he can get his food back. And yeah, because Thanksgiving's very much associated with food for a holiday, I thought that this would be a good one. A good game to do for Thanksgiving. I actually had other plans for what I wanted to do for Thanksgiving, but it's going to take a lot longer to do. It's not an LP, it's something else, so I couldn't do it. I decided instead to do this, and it's a very short game. Seriously, this is going to be a 2-parter, people. So, you know, don't worry. Also, if you're upset that I'm doing this game, I can't imagine why you would be. But if you're upset that I'm doing this game and not getting to Pokemon Red like I said I would, well, this game's gonna be done today, seriously. Plus, it's my channel, get over it. That's right, Kirby just went into that whale's blowhole. Seriously, I don't know if the creators actually were aware of these kind of things when they made this game. Probably not, but then you never know. Anyway, I am going to talk about this boss a little bit, because this is the hardest boss in the game, in my opinion. As you see, I just got hit. That's how hard it is. I actually got hit. And I get hit again. It has a spread shot, which is what really catches me off guard, and then the dash. Aside from that, though, it's not very hard. But yeah, you're gonna get a lemon, which lets you constantly spam puffballs and blow this thing out of the air, and you're just gonna want to do that. That's right, folks. You don't want to put your Kirby into fluffy clouds. That's how other Kirbys are made. That was probably the worst one of those kind of jokes, and I don't care. This level is where they introduce the most annoying enemies, though. These guys, when you try to suck them up, they get all evil, cyclopsy, and chase you down until they explode. And what's more, when you shoot them with a puff of air, they still explode, so you want to keep your distance. So yeah, they're the most annoying enemies, but it's really nothing. These guys move kind of randomly. Again, you shouldn't have any trouble with the enemies. I don't know any of the enemies' names, except for these ones. The ones that have the darker skin with the little white around their eyes. I know that those are called Waddle Dees, just because of the game Kirby, just because of Kirby 64. I love Waddle Dee, it's so cute. Ugh. And yeah, you might be able to tell, but I'm playing the game rather haphazardly. Because it's so hard to die in this game, I'm serious, it's really easy. Ugh. This is easily the longest level though, so we're going to be here for a little while. And by a little while, I mean more than 2.5 minutes. This game's really short. I'm gonna talk about this kind of stuff in the extra video, which will be up later today. Because I have a lot to say about this, and yeah, I'm gonna talk about it later. I can't remember if I mentioned it already, but the little spike ball guys with the eyeballs, with the spikes coming out all around them, you want to avoid them because they take off 3 units of health. But also, spikes that are on the ground take off 3 units of health. So basically, 2 hits and you die. So yeah, you want to watch out for them, but honestly, the spike ball things are never in the way. I mean, seriously, they're never in a place where you can't avoid them. And spikes on the ground, meaningless because Kirby can fly. This mini-boss, if you stay to the left and just stay to the left and suck up the enemy that he kicks out, shoot him, and then run quickly over to the left, he'll never hit you. I screw up later, and it shows, but yeah, that's all you gotta do. This boss is a joke. Right here's where I screw up. I didn't get over to the left quick enough. And it only takes 3 hits to kill. It's a mini-boss. What do you expect? Did level 3 have a mini-boss? I don't think it did. So, I mentioned it before, the lemon lets you fly. It keeps you in flying formation until it runs out, and you can constantly spam air balls. The M tomatoes, the max tomatoes, they fully restore your health, as opposed to the bottles of water, which only restore 2 units. So, yeah, that's something to be aware of. And yeah, down this gap you want to be careful, because there's spikes. I hope you guys don't mind the black and white, but it brings back so many memories that I wanted it to be black and white instead of some color. Again, this was an original Game Boy game, so even with color turned on for this game, it's not very colorful. Although I was experimenting a little bit with the emulator, and I think I can actually color the game myself. That would require a lot of video editing, though, but still, that's interesting. Right here, you want to hold the A button after you get in flying formation and just fly up. I recommend holding A because you seem to fly up faster. At least I think you do. And we're at the boss of level number 4. It's the eyeball with revenge. I know he looks intimidating, but seriously, it's a very similar strategy to when you fought him before. Only difference is that you want to stay on the opposite side. He has a move that he doesn't ever use against me in this game. I don't know why. He usually uses it at least once or twice. But he dashes down towards the ground and flies back up on the other side. If you stay in the corner, it won't hit you. I'm serious, it won't hit you. And the only other attack he has there are the laser beam things that spread around him. And if you're on the other side, those are obviously not going to hit you. So yeah, this is actually probably the second easiest boss. The first one being Wispy Woods. Oh, I love the boss theme, by the way. Absolutely love it. Anyway, this game is fan-freaking-tastic. Let's finish off this guy and finish up the game here next part. I'm Gene the Pink Panther. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay tuned for part 2. It'll be up at the same time.